Hello, collective, to a timeless reading of yours. Bear in mind a few details before we get into the reading. I am Master Seventh, aka Seventh, that reads these energies for you should you want to know who she is, what she's all about. Her details can be found in the description box below. Bear in mind that whatever may have brought you here, you may have caught a vibe and seeing whether or not anything within this storytelling time is yours. Please use your discernment to take all of that which does belong to you, leave the rest behind. For remember, this is not a one-on-one reading, this is a general collective reading. It is, however, timeless. Past, present, future energetical timelines could always come through within the storytelling time. And either way, in the description box, you'll find ways to navigate this channel and my sister channel should you desire to want to check that out. And all the content on both are timeless. All right, collective. We have the King of Pentacles. All right. Wanting to travel to feel better, needing to get away from the place that you're at right now, just to kind of elevate your mood, elevate your spirits, you know, wanting to have a good time, all right? Because overall, with the Nine of Wands, you feel exhausted, overburdened, and just need time for a sense of renewal, all right? Maybe a certain season was ending for you, and that means now you have to get ready for a new season, and you just didn't really have the time to rest. There's been constant work going on for you with the Eight of Pentacles, and just feeling heavy weighted, like burdened, heavy. I'm feeling heavy weighted is what I hear. Okay, that's what's gonna come out. All right, but that vest here is really interesting because I feel the weight of that. Okay, it's like someone who's doing like fitness training with a weighted jacket or some shit like that. All right. Someone's also wearing like, or maybe could utilize like a weighted blanket for sleep for the next season. Maybe that will help you. Now, if it's in the summertime, though, I don't really advise you to use a weighted blanket. But that means you do need something at nighttime to kind of mock that, which would be. Wearing a blindfold when sleeping, okay? Yeah, Strength card. So you need to dive really deep to really bring a sense of control here. But I see a lot of people not wanting to do that because you just don't have the fucking time to. That's the excuse. The excuse is that you just don't have the time to. Okay? But like I keep sometimes every so often in the last couple of readings, I've mentioned there is time if you take a shit, if you pee, and if you take a shower. Those are personal times. You know? Healing can begin right there. No one talks about it, but it can be done. I'll talk about it. Alright, Strength card makes it really difficult to have the time to show up for your own emotional well-being. I see that. All right, so that's why a lot of you are contingent on just working on work mode and could be able to control that. Death card here says, well, do we know who we're reading for at the end of the day? You are here because in one way or another, you may resonate with Bastat's energy. And Bastet will give you exactly this energy. She is the angel to make sense of the lion's roar within you. She is a protector of fertility and mother. And she is the seer through the cat. She's a jaguar. She is the lioness to not fuck with. And she controls that what is deemed to be of darkness. Okay? She's asking you basically to go home. And that narrative, however that rings true to you or not, has been engraved in your memory of being 2020, whether you like it or not, however you justify or not, whoever it is you think that called that siren upon you or onto everyone is irrelevant. Just like how labels are irrelevant. It's good to read your label, it's like certain jurisdictions of law and order. Some people are within that field and break all the rules. So we must question who has control over that oversight, if there is anything, to bring some sense to what the average civilian on this earth seems to be missing, that they don't feel they can control that. Ten of Pentacles. Family. That's for a lot of you. A lot of you are ricocheted with then controlling the narratives of the responsibilities you are upholding for yourself, or telling yourself that you are responsible for, or were made responsible for because of past decisions. Seven of Wands. That's more likely the case, that you're responsible now for past decisions, and whether or not these past decisions bleed into your present moment of being somewhere in your universe and you being happy that they are. That's your Seven of Wands journey to figure that on your own, and then draw reasonable conclusions or decisions of effort to changing anything if change needs to happen. That's how individualistic it becomes, to try to answer a narrative that you feel you cannot control. Look at that with the Two of Pentacles. You control your own choices, your own objects that are around you. Oh. All right. Alright, so we have the Fool, the Five of Wands, and the King of Cups. Alright. So, decisions are hard. Decisions, however, you make every single moment of your moments, you draw decisions. And you draw them because of your emotions, like the King of Wands is saying he or she is in full connection with. Some of you catch feelings maybe easily, and maybe you're sensitive to energies and feelings. Feel yourself empathic and wanting to be of service for individuals who seem in need of something. And that is a good notion to begin knowing that your sense of divine presence is something to not need to work so much on to prove anyone anything, yet to ground within, so that you are always in a state of play rather than in a state of chaos. We have Queen of Swords and the Star. Okay, so it's difficult to navigate emotions when you've been disciplined by certain adults around you growing up, whatever kind of tie they have to you, that are strong-minded roots of disciplinary actions. It may have made you very afraid to dive into healing or self-analyzations, or it made you so neurotic into having to self-analyze that you don't see anymore that you've been manipulated to be that way. You were manipulated to remain in a state of chaos. And if that is relative to you in any way, shape, or form, and you see yourself angry or burdened by that possibility of victimization, then to remember or try to reconnect with the element of you before that time, even if you don't have the right memory, even if you can't create a picture in your mind, just spend a moment of time venturing towards that timeline, and you'll be surprised on the moment that you do. You might catch yourself needing just a deep breath, and then you did a lot of healing work in that moment. Yeah, a lot of healing work that allowed you to accept that you've been plunged into a rabbit hole and you've been Alice in Wonderland this whole entire time via a method that you didn't get nudged into by your own doing. And with that sense of resonancy up to this point of the reading, being able to create a new sense of development for yourself, okay? You can sense it. Can you really see with the Two of Swords here, or, yeah, Two of Swords and a Ten of Pentacles? Can you see it? No. Can you see how this new sense of state is affecting you maybe just yet? No. Have you made a direct sentence structure of logical analysis of cognitive therapy to be able to identify how something took place? Maybe not. But the symbolic message of these two crows is that they're tying the loose ends together and helping you out of darker times. Okay? More than one crow is called a murder. What kind of contradiction is that? Okay? So, causing that self-death is causing you a newfound place to reside in, which is the castle in the sky, which is your own wellness of mental ground. You're renting space of the property that you own and not someone else. The Ten of Pentacles. Getting groundedness for yourself in more ways than you could ever imagine. And doing that and reaching that place is of a royal stance. And a galactic royal stance, okay? The quantum magic of infinite stars royal stance. Coming from accepting femininity that the galaxy is. Not the masculinity. Don't care how controversial that sounds over there, okay? The femininity of the galaxy is true justice, whether you like it or not. Knight of Pentacles, coming to terms with the temple of your mind, and then reaching your own sense of royalty in fantasyism and in pragmaticism, I'm hearing, in practicality. Those are the words, ladies and gentlemen, all those in between and beyond. Those are the words. All right, being told to leave the messages where they are. I'm wishing a wonderful morning or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.